out to the 25-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly complete. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
The give to the back. Crosses the 45. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's sticky. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. We're able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Reed. He's going to take a shot right away. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero, but, oh boy, it's kind of the opposite.
He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Powers through the defender. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Pocket breaking down. He's got it. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Now, a fourth down.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up the 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Sticky. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run to the left. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. He throws into the middle of the field. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Hand off from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. There he goes. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Grab near the sticks. It's Royer. Touchdown, USC! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown. touchdown and a field goal at 10. And that last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dickey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. With the catch, it's Moore. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Going to take a shot on second and short. On a little time, lets it go. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Bring in the heat. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the run, fires downfield. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
To the air on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on first down, to the pass, and getting the sack.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Reed. Skips away from pressure. He's open on the right. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. At the 20, he's got space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Royer. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Rushes on him. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ohio State. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third.
Thank you.